ladies, it's Suzanne, the Beauty Shaman. So today I thought I would do a video that is a really hot look for fall, I guess you could say. And I've been actually wanting to do this video for a long time, so why I don't just do it when it's on my mind is a mystery. But in any case, it's the dark lip, kind of the more rust, or you could go burgundy or whatever it is, but it's a darker lip with very little eye makeup on except false lashes. So it's a little bit goth, I think, is why it can be a little tricky. The goth look is really in this fall, and of course goth on older women it doesn't always, yeah, it's a bit tricky. So some of you want to pull off the goth look, and hats off. Go ahead, go for it if you've got the dark hair and the whole look. But I'm going to do sort of a tasteful version of that for the everyday women. But we are going to do a bit of a darker lip and less on the eyes. So I think it's a beautiful look. It can be spectacularly stylish and sexy and all those wonderful things. But we are going to go into the details of how to do that as an older woman, which I love doing. I love doing a modern day take for older women. Okay, so before we get started, please visit my website at thebeautyshaman.com and use the code SB10 for 10% off everything in my store, including free shipping. And also be sure to hit the subscribe button here on YouTube and hit the bell in order to be alerted every time I upload a video. That way I can continue to make great content. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, so here we are. This is me, au naturel. I just washed my hair this morning. So this is my hair with nothing done. It is kind of like, it's a little unkept, but this is how I walk around every day. I don't tend to do anything every day, but I will in this video towards the end. I'll go ahead and do something with my hair. So I have my tea. Do you have your tea, Linda? You got your tea. So just ready to go. Got to have tea in order to watch a makeup video or create one. All right, so I'm going to pull my hair back just so you can see what I'm doing. Now, I just gave myself a facial over the weekend. It's now Tuesday as I'm filming this. Normally I publish on Tuesday, but today is actually election day when I'm filming this. So I decided to not publish till Wednesday. I didn't think any of you would be watching makeup videos on election day. In any case, so I've had a couple days for it to heal, but I still have this that hasn't healed, and I've got some redness, which you can see. And this is all from, when I do a facial, I do a peel. It's an Image. Image is a brand. I'm going to do a video on them here coming up. But it's a skincare brand, and they also do, they cater to estheticians and professionals. I'm an esthetician, so I use it's called Eye Peel. I love it. It works great, but I do have, a few days of, not looking so hot, but that's okay. Who cares? All right. So to start off with, I'm going to put a little bit of some serum on my skin. So my favorite serum is C Serum by Truth Treatments. My favorite serum on the market. It's fabulous, loaded with vitamin C. I also take high levels of vitamin C. So I'm going to use 2 drops of this. I take 1,000 milligrams 3 times a day of vitamin C, of a vitamin. So I highly recommend you do that. It's one of the best things you can do for your skin, your health. It'll keep you from getting sick in times of COVID. Okay, so my skin is super happy right now. I'm going to put a little bit of primer. I love primer. This is Jane Iredale. It's called Smooth Affair with the do not for resale sticker still on it. So I love this primer. It's fantastic. I'm going to do this and then my foundation. You can actually blend the primer and the foundation together in order to have a little bit more of a sheer look to the foundation. But because my skin is a little bit buggered up, we're going to do primer and then foundation because I want a little bit more of a heavier foundation coverage. I've got that too. So we're just going to do this. And I've got my age spots, I put a retinol on that every day, a 5%, which is a really strong retinol. Not for everyone. For sure, if you have sensitive skin at all, it's definitely not the thing to do. I would use a 1%. I think I have it here. Yeah, there's my 5% retinol. So it looks like this. So every day, I just take a little knob of it and I put it on this, and it's helped to diminish it quite a lot. So that's great. Okay, so for foundation today, I'm going to use Jane Iredale Smooth Affair, which is it has these little beads in it. So you have to break the beads before you put it on your skin. This is clean beauty. It's all natural, which is great. It has a really good payoff, stays on your face all day. It's wonderful. So I put it on my hand and then I rub it in and it breaks all those beads. So you have to do that initially. If you put it straight on your face, you're going to be like, wah! You have to do this. That's the noise you're going to make. Wah! Okay. So then I'm going to just use my fingers to blend this in. See, I've still got a few beads I didn't quite break, so that's okay. Just keep going. Okay, so that's my foundation. Now, as you can see, it's a little light. So you can compare that with my neck and down here. I like to go outside. I like to run. So it's a little bit, there's a little bit of a difference here. I put sunblock on my face, so my face is always a little bit lighter. So I'm going to actually work with this a little bit to make it work with my the color through here. So you'll see how I do that, which I think is really important because as we head into fall, if you're using your winter foundation, like I'm a little bit too light for my summer foundation and I'm a little bit too dark for my winter. So in that in-between stage, I think it's good to know how to kind of blend them. So that's important. Okay, so I'm going to go to a little bit of concealer here. I'm going to use, this is Amazing Cosmetics concealer. So I love this brand. Really wonderful. And the color I'm using is medium golden. So I'm just going to take a little bit out of it onto my finger. Again, I'm using my fingers. So, and I'm just going to tap it in around my eye area like this. So I just tap. See how I just kind of tap and press that? So many of you wipe and then you wipe it off. So you want to really tap that in. So I have a little bit of discoloration over here. Just going to tap that in there. But this doesn't set in fine lines, which I really love. So many of them, you put them on, especially if you use a really cheap brand. You know, as you get older, the cheaper the brands you use, it really shows. So got to spend money on some of this. Okay, so this, I'm putting this on my nose just for a bit of highlight. Plus, you know, I have a little bit of an age spot there. And then I've got my lovely little thing here from my facial. That's probably going to show no matter what. I'm not going to worry about it too terribly much. So, and then if there's anything else you want to cover, you know, I've got all kinds of little marks right now. So I just kind of go through and lightly tap it in. See, that's a freckle, which I'm going to leave. But this is the way you don't use really heavy foundation. So many of you say, yeah, but my skin has a lot of redness or it has a lot of marks. So I want to use a heavy foundation instead of a light to medium coverage like I always recommend. And I would say still avoid the full coverage. Really start taking care of your skin. Watch some of my skincare videos. And then do this with concealer. Just tap it in. It takes a little bit longer. You know, you don't just throw it on. But the result is your skin looks great. So I'm going to go back over some of these bits at the end with a highlighter. I'm not going to do that right now. So I'm going to go into a little bit of powder, just a tiny bit. Don't like a lot of powder on older women. I think stay with something really translucent. I'm going to use MAC blot powder here. This is in medium. So I'm just going to tap this, just tap it lightly. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of contour. I'm going to use Bobbi Brown. Ooh, that's a bit dirty, isn't it? In medium. I'm going to use a contour brush. And I'm just going to tap this underneath my cheekbone, just to give me a little bit more shape, because you can see I'm very flat, right? So I'm just going to add a little bit of contour. A little bit underneath, because we all get this lovely, you know, bump right here as we get older. Lovely. Just kind of go like that. Just takes it down. By the way, I'm really against violence against the body, like criticizing your body. So when I bring this up, I'm not criticizing it. I actually really love how I look. I think this is great. I just want to minimize it a little bit. I'm not about hating your body or telling your body anything angry. Only tell your body good things about it. How can your body operate to its full potential if you're telling it negative things? What you think and what you tell yourself is what you are, okay? Wow. All right, there's my self-help for the day. All right, so now I'm going to shift into doing my eyebrows. So I'm going to fill in my brows a little bit. I'm going to use an eyeshadow with a thin brush. This has got a white mark on it. This is Concrete by MAC. It's an eyeshadow. It's actually magnetic. It goes in my kit. And I'm going to use this slanted brush. I'm just going to lightly fill in my brows. Okay, so eyebrows are done, contour. So now I'm going to do my lips. Because the lips are such an outstanding, that's what the focal point is going to be on, is the lipstick. So whenever you do a makeup like this on yourself, I would do the thing that you want to have stand out first. So for example, if I want my eyes to stand out the most, I would do my eyes first. So I recently did a smoky eye video tutorial. Then you do those first, right? Because that's what you're going to balance everything around. So you're creating, right? So I'm going to do lips and then eyes in this particular instance. So the lipstick I've decided to use today is a Jane Iredale. It's called Ella. So it's in these lovely little gold packaging. And then it's magnetic. Isn't that fun? Like it doesn't come off in your purse and get on everything. But this is a lovely deep kind of burgundy color. Not burgundy, but it's got a bit of red in it. Isn't that nice? That's why I wore this color shirt. I thought they'd go well. So I'm going to do my lips first, and then I'm going to do my lip liner because I don't want a really heavy lip lined look. I want it to be a little bit more natural. And the way to get away with that is to do your lipstick first. And then I'm going to do, okay, so this is a lip liner called Cocoa, and this is by Lip Bar, which is a friend of mine's line. Ooh, it's very dirty. I'm so sorry. I'm out of Denver here where I live. So I'm going to just use this color. This is slightly darker than my lipstick. And I don't normally do that. Normally I recommend to all of you that you match your lipstick color or you go slightly lighter. You just don't want to have like this really dark look. But because we're doing the look that we're doing, I am using slightly darker and I'm going to blend it in. All right, so I've got some lips on, right? These are very strong, really stand out. I love the color though. I think it's really beautiful. Now we're going to build everything around that. So I'm going to do a little bit of blush. I'm going to use Jane Iredale color Dubonnet. Looks like that. And I'm going to just lightly kind of dance this on my cheeks, very lightly. Just kind of touch it, right? So many of you go like this, like you're a steak and you're putting rubbing sauce on yourself. So we're not looking at that, right? We're just touching lightly and just lightly blending it up. That's the look we're going for here. The focal point isn't on the blush, but I do think you need blush. So many of you don't wear blush and then you end up looking really pale. And one of the ways to wear this look is you have to sort of warm your face up. So that's why I'm doing this. But this color is really perfect for this kind of a color lipstick. So love this. All right, so now we're on to eyeballs. Okay, so I am going to use a palette here, which I actually, this is a limited edition, so she didn't really make very many of these, unfortunately, but it's Anastasia, and it's called Sultry. I don't have a link for it because I don't think she's making any more of them, which is super unfortunate. But it's the perfect palette for what I'm going to do. I actually got this for weddings, because I do a fair bit of weddings, and I loved all of the glittery bits in here to use on brides. So that's why I got it, but it's been actually really handy just for like tutorials and stuff. So, all right, so I'm going to stick with this color here, which is called Dystopian. And then I'm going to go with this color here, Ember. Sort of a nice, gosh, I don't know what you call that, but I love it. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm also going to probably do a crease color. I'm probably going to do this color on the lid and then this color in the crease, but we'll see. I'll kind of peck away at here to see how I do. Okay, so for starters, we're going to do an all over lid color. So I'm going to do that light color called Fresh. And I'm going to go all over my lid. Woo, that is pretty light. So we're really just going to highlight my lids. Because I really want this, lashes with like lots of space right here to really stand out, because we're not doing a whole lot on the eye. So now I'm going to use this color here called Pearl. I just was staring at it, getting very like emotionally connected to it. It's right here because we are going to do some shimmer. Okay. And I'm going to use this color right beneath my eyebrow right there. So I'm using the Jane Iredale Dark Topaz Liner. It looks like this. Comes with a lid like that, and you pull it off, and it has a lovely little brush, which is fabulous. These hold up really well. I am going to use a different brush. I do prefer a longer handled brush when I do my own makeup. Same brush, has the same type of a head on it. It's just a personal preference. Okay, so I'm going to dig that in there, and I'm going to run this right next to my lashes. Okay, so there I've put that line. I'm not worried about it being perfect because I am going to use some eyeshadow on top of it to make it a little tiny bit smoky. But I'm also going to do a tiny bit of a wing. Why not? So I'm measuring from this edge, this line right here, and I'm going to follow that up just a little bit. Okay, so I've done both eyes now with that liner. Now it's very rough, okay? And I'm not worried about that because I am going to soften that down. So I'm going to take kind of a soft blendy brush here. You can also take a pencil brush. This is also really good. These brushes, by the way, are Moda, and I have links down below in the drop down if you're interested. They sell it in packets that are inexpensive, and you get a 30% discount if you use my link, which is awesome. So anyway, I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to dip it in dystopian, which is that dark brown, that rich dark brown. Look at that. So again, I'm going to keep this really, really close to my eye. And I'm using this because I don't want to really, this is a pretty heavy line, but I'm going to just brush this over the top. It kind of matches it. I think the dystopian, the eyeshadow is a tiny bit warmer, but that's okay. And I'm just putting it over the top, because I want to just soften down all those edges. I don't want it to look as rough as it does. I like doing this because I feel like it's really hard to get eyeliner straight, right? It's hard. So this is a great trick to just make it so that it doesn't matter, right? Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of a color underneath, and I'm going to use this color, this Ember, which I'm madly in love with. Really beautiful. I will come up with a word for what this is, but Ember is a great term. And I'm using my slanted brush. I'm just going to put a little bit underneath, just to kind of highlight that underneath area. So really pretty. And I don't take it all the way across. I think that can sometimes be too much for all of us. Like, you just kind of notice I just softly blended it underneath so it's not super heavy. And I'm also going to do a little trick here. I'm going to take this color. This is called Grape, and it's a Fenty eyeliner color. And I'm going to put this in my waterline. Now, why, you ask? Why am I doing this? Because it's a grape, and grape brings out green, and I have green eyes. So that's a good trick for green-eyed people. If you have blue eyes, get like a navy and put that right in there. Or if you have light blue eyes, get like a blue-gray. It'll really pop your eye color. If you have brown, use like a green or a purple or something like that. It really, if you put a little color in your waterline, it can really pop your eye color. It's really super cool. All right, now I'm going to do a little bit in the crease, just a tiny bit, and then I'm going to put my lashes on. I need a little bit of definition because right now it's just looking kind of like there's nothing there. I'm going to do this color here called Twig. Just needs a teeny tiny bit of a crease color. I tap it on my hand. So I dip the brush and then I tap it on my hand. I'm using this brush. The reason I do that is so I don't get a huge amount. And I'm just going to take it on top here just to get a little bit of a definition. But again, I want my eyes to be really open and big, because the main focus here is the lips. Very pretty. See, that just opened it right up. Gave it a little bit of definition. You just kind of got to work at this a little bit. You can't be quick about it. You got to just kind of... All right, now I'm gonna do some false lashes and then come back and add some shimmer and shine to all this because we have to shimmer and shine. So this is my favorite lashes. This is called Lash and Crown. They're vegan. They're $25, although I think they're on sale right now. But they're wonderful. They hold up beautifully. They last, you can have 24 uses out of these, which is incredible. It makes like $1 a use. So pretty amazing lashes. So I'm gonna put these on and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've put my eyelashes on and I actually went and curled my hair. So all I have to do is run my fingers through it. Right now it's cooling down because once you curl it, right, you gotta let it set for a minute so it doesn't just come out straight away. All right, so I just think this looks really glamorous and beautiful, especially just really focusing on those lips. But of course, I've got all these eyelashes too. It's just a very glamorous look. Now I'm going to spruce this up. I'm going to add some glitter and glamour and shine because shine is super in for fall. And I am so happy about that. So I'm going to put a little bit of lip gloss. This is a MAC lip gloss. I think this is, I don't even know what this is called. Wait a minute. Where's my glasses? Okay, this is called See-Through. So we're going to put a little, and it's the letter C through, THRU. We're going to do that on top. Just a neutral. Woo! There, I got a little glitter there. A little glitter. Now I'm going to use this. I love this. This is a Bobbi Brown. It's called a brick. And it looks like this. So this has all kinds of lovely shades. It's a bit crooked too. Isn't that funny? Anyway, I'm going to use, you can take all of these and run a brush over the top and use them sort of to add shine and glitter. You can also use them individually, which is super duper fun. So I'm going to put some of these kind of up in here, right? I'm going to use them as like glitter glamour. So I'm just going to go like that and add a little bit of shine right on my cheekbone because it's fun. And since glamour's in, oh, I'm all for that, man. Put a little here. Now I'm going to add a little bit of this on my eye, like right on my eyelid. So I'm going to pick this color right here, that kind of bright pink. And if it's not enough color, I'm going to go to a little bit more glittery, but we'll see. I'm just going to tap that just right in there. Ooh, that's pretty. Add a little bit of glamour right there. Super nice. Notice I just kind of keep it right to the inner and center of my eye. Oh, that just really looks pretty. Super pretty. You could also, I mean, I've already put some color up here, but you can add a little bit more of this. Why not? Little touch of pink. So that looks beautiful, like just so glamorous, right? All right, so I'm going to pull my hair out and we're going to look at the end result. Okay, ladies, so this is my version of the dark look, glamorous, more muted eyes. Even though I've got a fair bit on my eyes with the false lashes, the focal point really is kind of this darker look. So I hope you like this. I hope you find it really fun and glamorous. I hope you try it. Please let me know down below what you think of it. Oh, my lashes just caught as I was talking. That was funny. Anyway, and try some false lashes. I know we're all kind of stuck inside. You may as well. It's kind of fun. You can go like put lashes on and go walk the dog. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you're doing really well. I hope you're healthy. Please write down below. I always respond to comments and have an awesome day.